I'm a certified hypnotherapist, and I also do something called EFT, which stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. Has anybody ever heard of that? Tapping. Ah, I have one. I'm also a substitute teacher part-time. So
I've heard it from you.
So today we're going to do some tapping together to raise our vibration or our energy level to help us bring in abundance. Does anybody want some more abundance in their life?
Yes.
Anybody? Okay.
Yes.
Well, what we're doing with tapping is we're starting on the karate chop point of our hand, and I'm going to ask you to be like Simon says here and just follow along with me. And I'll give you more of an explanation after we run through some tapping. So we start on the karate chop point, and there are sheets back there for everybody to take that explains this, so you don't have to memorize it. How's that? We start on the karate chop point, and we name our problem or our issue. So tapping can be used for any kind of physical issue or emotional issue. So if you have pain from making that turn, or you have a financial stress that's really getting you down, you can use tapping to help you with those feelings. So we start on the karate chop point, and generally you're only going to be tapping about 7 to 9 times on each point, but I'm kind of chatty, so I'm trying to fit it all in. And we start with a simple message of saying something like this in our minds or out loud. Even though I have this fill-in-the-blank issue, so even though I have this tick bite that's left me with pains in my side, or even though I have this financial stress because I just can't get enough hours at my job, or this pain from twisting myself when I reach for the pencil, okay? Then we add on an affirmation. And it can go something like this. I love and accept myself. Can anybody here say I love and accept myself out loud and feel good about it? Okay. Love and accept myself.
I love and accept myself.
If you're having trouble with saying those, you can say something like, I'm learning to love and accept myself. I'm willing to consider loving and accepting myself, or some variation of that that works for you. So the simple formula, again, starting on the karate chop point, with the even though I have this issue, name the issue, I love and accept myself, is a basic formula. How does this bring in more abundance for you as we tap here doing this? You are raising your vibration by clearing out the blocks that are keeping you from receiving. You're just a giant magnet, you're a giant cell tower to the universe, and you're sending out a signal each and every time you think a thought. So we're changing our thoughts and raising our vibration by doing this. And we do this 3 times. It's not a magic formula. Again, if you miss something, if you miss a step, don't worry about it. But we would say again, even though I have this issue, fill in the blank, I love and accept myself, or I'm learning to love and accept myself. Even though I have this issue, fill in the blank, I'm learning to love and accept myself. And then we tap in a few spots, and that's why there's a tapping sheet back there for you. And the first point, and these are points that are used also for acupuncture, by the way, or acupressure, right at the tip of the eyebrow. You can tap with 2 fingers on either hand. These are all connected, or you can tap right across your forehead, connecting the eyebrows. And now we think to ourselves, or we say out loud to ourselves, a mini setup phrase, this issue, whatever the issue is. And you can be focusing on an issue as you do this even now. So if I was tapping for some pain that I had, this pain in my right kneecap, or whatever it is, be as specific as possible to address this. And again, we're bringing in the law of abundance because we're clearing blocks. And then we go to the side of the eye. There's a bone right on the side of the eye that we're tapping on, just tapping right on that bone, focusing again on this issue. Whatever the issue is, you're naming it. And then we move underneath the eye on the bone in the center, this issue. Again, whatever the issue is, we're naming it. And then we move to some fun places right underneath the nose, naming your issue. I've had this pain in my knee. It's really driving me crazy. You can just use this as a venting. Use your words. Right in the chin crease, right under the lip, this issue, this pain, whatever block I'm trying to clear, staying on the issue, being consistent, being specific. We tap also on the collarbone, right, just a little bit, about an inch down on either side. I love this point. You can tap all over on this point. You can tap with a flat hand. You can tap with 2 hands. We're staying focused on our issue, naming it, venting it, this issue, this pain, this emotional anger, whatever you're dealing with. Then there's an interesting spot underneath the left armpit. This is the only time that you need to be specific because we want to be by the heart. There's a good point by the heart here, right under the armpit by the bra strap to be specific. If you don't have a bra strap, I understand. I sometimes teach children this. This is a wonderful tool to teach children or grandchildren to tap. Call it Simon Says, call it the magic buttons, call it the happy spots. This issue. And we finish our tapping on the top of our head with this issue. And the way that this works, as I said, is by doing this tapping on a daily basis, 5 or 10 minutes a day, you can clear away those emotional and physical blocks that keep you from being that receiver, because we can't receive if we have a wall of anger, resentment, hurt, guilt, or stress. Any questions?